Hello, YouTube. Mike Oplin here, expertcoaching.com. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you've been checking out the videos we've been uploading um, fairly fairly regularly. Probably not as regular as we'd like. I hope all you Americans out there had a wonderful 4th of July and were able to spend some quality time with family and friends. So I know I was fortunate enough to do so, and I hope you had a blessed holiday as well. Today, I want to talk about two topics: um, victimization, being a victim, and the second topic is, which kind of relates to that, is um, taking control of your happiness. Um, more than taking control, taking responsibility for your happiness. And first thing, briefly, I want to talk about is being a victim. I wrote a blog about this I guess, a couple weeks ago now, and as someone who who has a lot of experience with that, because until recently my whole life was a victim. It was never my fault. It was always someone else's fault. I was always poor Mike, poor me. Why aren't things going my way? you know whether it was in basketball or in relationships or just whatever. I never seemed to be able to figure things out according to myself. My own thinking, it was just that things just don't ever go my way, and it was just a continuous state of victimization. And I'm first off here to tell every one of you who takes the time to listen to this video, you're not a victim. You're not a victim unless you want to be a victim. And it's important that I get that out of the way first and foremost. Being in a state of victimhood is a choice. Just like waking up in the morning and deciding you're going to have energy and attack the day and be inspired and motivated, that's a choice. And being a victim is most definitely a choice. People feel like they don't have a choice. People feel like that there's external factors that are always, going against them and causing them to be sad and unhappy and this, that, and the other. And you know, that's just not true. If you want to be happy, if you want to wake up in the day and like I said, be excited about the day and go to your job with enthusiasm and approach your day that way, you can do that. But you have to want to do it. Um, I think too often people get comfortable in a state of victimhood. It's easier to say when things don't go your way, it's someone else's fault. I used to do that, when I didn't play in games um, as much as I would like, or I wasn't playing enough. What I thought was enough in my mind, I was always blaming someone else. And maybe it was someone else's. Hypothetically, maybe somebody else was, making a decision that, I just don't like Mike and I don't want to play him. Okay, A, there's nothing I can do about that, but B, I could have also looked in with myself and said, what can I do to improve the situation so I can, play more? And so I think too often people uh, feel like a victim when things go wrong, and then instead of working at it for a solution for that, they just stay in that constant state because it's easier for them and it's too hard for them in their mind to get out of it. And tough things in life are going to happen. I've talked about it plenty of times in the other videos. You're going to suffer. Things in life are going to happen that cause you to suffer and feel pain. People are going to die. Um, people are going to get injured. It's life. And if you come to terms with that and tell yourself that I know things like this are going to happen, but I'm not going to allow it to make me a victim of those circumstance. I'm not going to be a victim of that grief and a victim of the the things that happen in life. You're going to be able to. I think you're going to be able to come out living a much happier and more enthusiastic life in the end. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of awareness and training of your mind to tell yourself, okay, yeah, maybe things didn't go my way here, but that doesn't mean I'm not a victim. That doesn't mean I am a victim. Excuse me. That doesn't mean that I have to feel sorry for myself and have a little pity party. Okay, and I'm not trying to be. I've talked about this in other videos. When I say things like this, I'm not trying to be inconsiderate or uncaring or uncompassionate in any way. It's just the way I feel about life, and I think that and about things, and I think people can really make the choice to you know never feel like they're a victim if they really want to. So again, it's a choice. Okay, with the victimhood, the victimization. Next thing let's talk about in going into that is taking responsibility for your own happiness. No one else on this planet is responsible for you being happy except for you. No one. And the sooner you get that in your, uh, in your mind and in your daily walk through life, in your reasoning, if you will, uh, I think the sooner you're going to really just enjoy life more and experience life and all that has to offer. Because because if you're waiting for someone or something to just make you happy and keep you happy continuously and consistently, day in and day out, no matter what's going on in this world, I think you're going to be waiting for a long time. Okay, and this goes along with being a victim. Being a victim, you give your control away. You say it's someone else's fault. You blame someone else for, poor me and why I'm in this situation. Well, that's not taking responsibility for your own happiness. Okay, it's a choice. If you want to be happy, take responsibility for it and be happy. Make the decision to be happy. Oh, your job's, your boss is mean or job's not going well. You know, I feel for you. I know, there can be tough jobs out there, tough boss out there, but you can still find a way if you want to not let that affect your overall and genuine happiness each and every day. And again, it's a choice. Just because you change your job and change your boss doesn't mean you're necessarily automatically going to be happy right away. It's not the way it works, because then you might find you're unhappy about something else. So general, I'm talking about sustained, long-lasting, consistent uh, happiness, and not just moments of joy, because there's difference there. We can go into that later, but that's a topic for another video. But really, just today, especially, just look at yourself in the mirror. Wake up, and tell yourself, "I'm going to be happy." And don't just say it, like a credo or a motto or anything. Say it if you need to, but tell yourself that because you really believe it and you really want to be happy, and you're not going to let anything get in the way of that. Even when you do experience heartache, even when you do experience loss and pain, again, those things are going to happen, but you're still going to be able to find a way to um, to be happy because you feel you're responsible for it. Uh, you're not letting someone or something else take that away from you, and you want the responsibility. Too many people don't want that responsibility. They think it's too hard. But, if you really, it is a challenge. It's not going to be easy, but anything uh, worth accomplishing, anything that's worth anything in his life, is going to be difficult to get. And being happy all the time, consistently sustaining it, it's not easy, and it's not supposed to be. And no one ever said it was. Winning $1 million, winning the lottery, isn't just going to make you happy. Getting a new house isn't just going to make you happy. Finding, marrying a Brad Pitt isn't going to make you happy. It's not. Your consistent practice day in and day out, and training of your mind and desire and will to be happy, and the willingness to take responsibility for that action is what's going to sustain your happiness. So I hope that makes sense. I hope um, you can take something out from this, and I'll just keep posting these videos. And we got a training manual coming out pretty soon. I'm going to put a post up about that as well. But so give you more details about that. But until next time, be passionate, be loving, and be happy. Okay. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye.